Something is happening between Amy and Nathan, and fans can feel it. In the final moments leading up to the season 19 finale, every small glance, every shared smile, and every quiet scene between them seems to be building toward one life-changing moment. Now a new sneak peek has everyone asking the same question. Is Nathan about to propose to Amy? The signs are all there, too many to ignore. The Heartland community is buzzing with excitement and fear. Because if this moment really comes, it could change the entire future of the show forever. Amy has walked a long road this season. One filled with challenges, quiet victories, and moments that pushed her to grow in ways she didn't expect. At the start of season 19, she tried to keep her world simple, focusing on horses, raising Lindy, and staying grounded in the life she built at Heartland. But even she couldn't ignore the emotional shadows that still follow her. Losing Ty changed everything, and for a long time, she kept her heart locked away. Not because she didn't want to feel again, but because she was afraid that opening up meant losing the stability she fought so hard to rebuild through each episode. Amy showed more strength than she ever gives herself credit for. She handled troubled horses with calm confidence. She stood by Jack and the family during tough moments. She did her best to be the mother Lindy needed. But this season also revealed something deeper. Amy is finally beginning to let her guard down. Not for just anyone, but for someone who has quietly supported her without pushing too hard, Nathan. Their connection didn't appear out of nowhere. It grew slowly, through shared work on the ranch, unexpected conversations, and the gentle way Nathan shows up whenever Amy needs a steady hand. What makes this season so emotional is how Amy starts to understand that healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means allowing new possibilities to enter her life. She begins to notice that she laughs a little more when Nathan is around. She feels a bit lighter. And when she faces a difficult moment or a problem she can't fix alone, she doesn't hesitate as much to let him step in. This shift is subtle, but it is powerful. It sets the foundation for everything we're about to witness in the finale. Fans see it too. They watch Amy struggling to balance the past and the future, trying to stay strong for everyone while secretly wondering if she deserves another chance at love. Her journey this season isn't just about horses or family, it's about rediscovering her heart. And that's why the rumor of a possible proposal hit so hard. Because for the first time in a long time, Amy might finally be ready to let someone in. Nathan wasn't supposed to become such a big part of the story. When he first appeared, most fans saw him as just another face passing through Heartland, a helpful horse trainer, a quiet presence in the background. But slowly, without anyone realizing it, he became something much more. There's a quiet strength in him, the kind that doesn't demand attention yet pulls people in. Nathan speaks with calmness, works with patience, and carries a steady sort of warmth that feels safe, almost familiar. And that's exactly what caught Amy's attention, even if she didn't want to admit it at first. What makes Nathan stand out isn't dramatic speeches or grand gestures. It's the way he listens, the way he understands what Amy feels without her having to say a word. There were moments this season when Amy looked like she was about to fall apart, holding too much weight on her shoulders. Nathan didn't push. He didn't try to fix her pain or replace the memories she holds close. Instead, he offered space. He offered help. He offered quiet companionship that slowly grew into something deeper. Heartland has never been about sudden romance. It's about connections that build over time, piece by piece. And Nathan fits that pattern perfectly. Another surprising part of Nathan's rise in the story is how naturally he blends into Amy's world. He gets along with Lindy in a gentle, respectful way. He works with Jack without stepping on old traditions. He helps around the ranch as if he's been part of it for years. There's an ease to the way he moves through Heartland, like he belongs there not as a visitor, but as someone who understands its soul. And whether fans want to admit it or not, that makes him a real possibility for Amy's future. But the truth is, Nathan remains a mystery. A man with a past he doesn't fully talk about, a man who seems to carry his own pain, though he hides it well. Sometimes you can see it in the quiet way he watches the sunrise from the barn window, or in the thoughtful pause before he answers a question. He's a character built on layers, and we've only seen a few of them. Maybe that's why viewers are so drawn to him. He feels real, unfinished, and human. as the finale approaches. That mystery becomes even more important. Fans can't help but wonder what Nathan has been holding back, why he looks at Amy the way he does, why he chooses his words so carefully around her, and most of all, why he seems to be preparing for something big, something that could change both of their lives. Nathan may not be loud or flashy. Sometimes the quietest characters end up making the biggest impact. Everything in season 19 has been leading to one powerful moment. And the closer we get to the finale, the more the tension builds between Amy and Nathan. It didn't happen in one big scene. Instead, the build-up formed through small, meaningful moments that slowly pulled them together. One of the most important turning points came when Amy struggled with a difficult horse that refused to trust anyone. She tried every method she knew, but nothing worked. Nathan stepped in not to show her up, but to work beside her. Their teamwork felt natural, almost effortless. The way they connected through the horse spoke louder than any words could. That moment wasn't just about training. It showed that Nathan understands Amy's heart, the part of her that feels deeply and carries her emotions into her work. And Amy felt that too. She didn't say anything out loud, but the look in her eyes hinted at something shifting inside her. It was the kind of silent realization that fans replay over and over. Searching for clues, another key scene came late one evening when the ranch was quiet. Amy stood by the fence, lost in thought, staring out at the open field. Nathan noticed and walked over, not to interrupt her, but to stand beside her. They talked about healing his version and hers. Nathan didn't tell her to move on. He didn't tell her she should be ready for anything. Instead, he shared how healing never looks the same for two people. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it hurts, but it always finds a way to push you forward. That simple conversation felt like the emotional heart of the entire season, a rare look into the guarded spaces they both hide. Even the other characters began noticing the connection forming between them. Jack gave Nathan one of those thoughtful, quiet looks he's known for, the kind that shows he sees more than he says. Lou asked Amy one too many friendly questions, and Lindy, without even trying, created moments that brought Amy and Nathan closer together. None of it felt forced. It felt like the world around Amy was gently nudging her toward a new future she never expected. As the finale approaches, every scene seems to carry extra weight. Amy's smiles are softer. Nathan's glances linger longer, and the air between them holds a question that neither one has dared to ask yet. But viewers can feel it. The show is building toward a moment that could change everything, not because of drama, but because the story has quietly prepared us all along. The finale isn't just another episode. It's the point where all these little moments collide and turn into a decision that could open the door to a new chapter of Amy's life. The closer we get to the finale, the more intense the whispers become. Fans everywhere are asking the same question. Is Nathan really about to propose to Amy? What started as a small rumor has now exploded into one of the biggest Heartland discussions of the season. And it all began with a few strategic shots from the official sneak peek shots that were never meant to go unnoticed. In one of the clips, Nathan stands alone by the barn, holding something small in his hand. The camera doesn't zoom in, but it doesn't need to. The shape, the size, the way he turns it over with a nervous thumb looks exactly like a ring box. That single moment sent shockwaves through the fandom. For the first time, Nathan doesn't look calm or steady. He looks uncertain, hopeful, a little afraid. It's the face of someone about to do something life-changing. And that expression hits harder because we know how carefully Nathan chooses his steps. He's not the type to rush into anything. If he's holding that box, it means he's thought about this for a long time. It means he believes Amy is ready. And maybe he's ready to dot. Another scene from the preview makes everything even more emotional. Amy appears in the daylight, walking toward him with a soft, confused smile, as if she feels something unusual in the air. She looks beautiful, not in a grand, dramatic way, but in that natural, effortless way Heartland always captures her. Her eyes carry warmth, but also a hint of uncertainty, as if she senses something big is coming and she doesn't quite know how to face it. The moment is short, almost too short, but the energy between them is unmistakable. But the sneak peek doesn't confirm anything. Instead, it cleverly cuts away. At the exact moment, everyone leans forward. That's what Heartland does best. Turns the simplest gestures into emotional earthquakes. It knows the fans will pause, rewind, analyze, and talk for days. It knows we're hooked on the possibility, even if the truth remains hidden. And that's why this rumored proposal feels so real. The show isn't shouting it, it's whispering it, leaving just enough clues for our hearts to follow. Still, there's a deeper question behind the rumor. If Nathan is planning to propose, why now? Why at this stage in Amy's healing? Why risk stepping into a moment loaded with memories and emotions? Maybe it's because he understands her journey. Maybe he sees the strength she's regained. Or maybe he simply believes that love doesn't wait for perfect timing, it waits for the right feeling. And perhaps, for the first time since losing Ty, Amy is standing in a moment where her heart is open again. Even if only by a little, the finale promises answers. But until then, this rumored proposal hangs in the air like a breath waiting to be released. A single tiny box? Powerful enough to change every story that comes after it. If Nathan truly plans to ask the question everyone is whispering about, then the most powerful moment of the finale won't be his proposal, it will be Amy's reaction. And that is where the story becomes incredibly delicate. Amy has spent years rebuilding the pieces of her life, learning how to stand strong again, and protecting her heart with quiet care. So when she sees Nathan standing there, possibly holding that small box, everything she has worked through might crash into her at once. Not in a painful way, but in a way that forces her to confront emotions she has been gently avoiding. One version of her reaction is easy to imagine. Amy's breath catches. Her eyes soften. She feels something inside her finally letting go of the fear that has held her still. For a moment, she sees not just Nathan, but the possibility of a new chapter, a future filled with warmth, family, and the kind of support she once believed she would never find again. This version of Amy steps forward with courage, knowing that love doesn't erase the past, but it can make the future brighter. Fans who want to see her move on hope for this outcome, because it shows just how far she has come. But there's another version, one where Amy's heart tugs in two different directions. She may feel overwhelmed, caught between loyalty to her memories and the pull of something new. Her eyes may show confusion instead of certainty. Her voice may tremble with hesitation, not because she doesn't care about Nathan, but because she is afraid of changing her life again. Amy has always been brave, but bravery doesn't mean rushing into decisions. And if she isn't ready, the moment could break her in ways she hasn't healed from yet. There is also the possibility that the proposal, if it happens at all, is not what we think. The box could hold something symbolic, something meaningful, but not romantic. A memento, a gesture, a gift prepared for Lindy or the ranch. If that's the case, Amy's response would shift in a different direction, relief mixed with curiosity. Curiosity mixed with hope. The show loves emotional twists. And it wouldn't be the first time Heartland has built tension around a moment only to reveal something unexpected. What truly makes Amy's reaction unpredictable is the depth of her character. She doesn't follow cliches. She follows her heart even when it leads her through complicated paths. Her expressions are often quiet, subtle, and full of meaning. So whether she smiles, cries, hesitates, or steps closer, her response will come from a place of honesty, and that honesty is exactly what fans love about her. The beauty of this storyline is that Amy doesn't need a proposal to be strong. She doesn't need romance to feel complete. But if she chooses to open the door to love again, it will be because she finally trusts herself enough to move forward. And that is what makes her possible reaction, whatever it may be, so powerful. The finale won't just reveal Nathan's intentions. It will reveal where Amy's heart truly stands, long before the finale airs. The Heartland fandom has already turned into a storm of opinions, predictions, and emotional debates. As soon as the sneak peek dropped, fans rushed to social media, searching frame by frame for hidden clues. Some slowed down the footage of Nathan at the barn, convinced they saw the outline of a ring box. Others argued that the show is famous for misdirection, and that the moment is nothing more than a clever editing trick. Suddenly, the entire community is split into two passionate camps, each holding tightly to their own version of what the finale means for Amy's future. One group believes wholeheartedly that Amy is finally ready for love again. They point to her softer smiles this season, the way she opens up when Nathan is around, the calm sense of trust she shows in his presence. These fans create long threads explaining why a proposal makes sense right now. It's how it fits her emotional journey and reflects her growth. They talk about how Amy deserves happiness and how Ty, in spirit, would want her to move forward. For them, Nathan represents healing, new beginnings, and the gentle comfort Amy has needed for so long. On the other side, there are fans who strongly believe Amy is not ready, and that the show would never move this fast. They argue that Amy's heart is still connected to her past in a way that cannot be rushed. This group studies every small expression on Amy's face, searching for signs of hesitation. They fear that a proposal would add pressure she doesn't need. And some even believe that the rumored box Nathan is holding may have nothing to do with romance. Maybe it's a gift for Lindy. Maybe it's something work-related. Maybe it's simply Heartland, stirring up excitement with a clever camera angle. Then there are the fans who love the mystery of it all. They aren't rooting for a yes or a no, they're rooting for good storytelling. They thrive on theories, analyzing every detail, the lighting in the preview, the tone of Amy's voice in the short clip, and the way Nathan shifts his weight as she approaches. These viewers enjoy the thrill of not knowing. They join discussions not to argue, but to explore possibilities. To them, the finale isn't about a proposal, it's about emotional depth, character growth, and the slow unraveling of a story that has been building all season. What makes the debate even more fascinating is how personal the show has become for people. Heartland isn't just entertainment, it's comfort, hope, and connection. For years, fans have grown with Amy, celebrated with her, and cried with her. So now, as rumors of a proposal circle the fandom, everyone has something to say. Some are excited, some are nervous, and some are terrified the writers will take the story in a direction they aren't ready for. But the loudest message across the fandom is clear. Whatever happens, people care deeply. They care about Amy's happiness. They care about the ranch. They care about the future of the show. And that passion messy divided. Emotional is exactly what makes the build-up to the finale feel bigger than anything Heartland has done in years. The stage is set, the emotions are rising. And everything we've seen throughout Season 19 now points toward a single moment that could shake the Heartland world like never before. The finale feels different this time, not just bigger, but heavier, quieter, and strangely intimate. It's the kind of episode where the smallest sound, the slightest pause in a character's breath, carries meaning. And at the center of that silence stands Amy, caught between the life she has rebuilt and the life she might finally be ready to choose. In the sneak peek, there's a moment right before the screen fades to black. Amy takes one small step forward, then stops. Nathan looks up at her, his expression soft yet full of something unspoken. The world around them seems to freeze. No horses in the background, no wind brushing through the grass, just the two of them standing in a space that feels suspended in time. It's the kind of moment where you can almost hear their hearts beating. Even though not a single word is exchanged, this tiny pause, this breath between two lives is what drives fans wild. Because it doesn't matter whether a proposal actually happens. What matters is that we are witnessing a turning point in Amy's story. A moment where she must decide whether to keep her heart safe or risk opening it in a way she hasn't dared to in years. Heartland has always been about healing, but this finale asks a deeper question. What does healing allow you to become? And Amy, after all her struggles and quiet triumphs, now stands on the edge of becoming someone new. The beauty of the scene is that nothing is certain. The camera doesn't reveal the box. It doesn't show Amy's full reaction. It doesn't give away the answer. Instead, it pulls us back, leaving just enough distance to make the moment feel fragile, like anything could happen if the wind shifted even slightly. This gentle uncertainty is exactly what makes Heartland so emotional, so real, and so impossible to stop watching. And as the final seconds of the teaser play, a single line echoes softly, almost a whisper. Sometimes the future begins with a single choice. Screen cuts to black, the music fades, and viewers are left staring, breathless, wondering what that choice will be. Will Amy let love in again? Will she take the step that changes everything? Or will she turn back, choosing the safety of the life she already knows?